So, now, the big question, I've been focusing mostly on what is the impact on low-income students. But what about the middle-class students? One thing that the research has found is that middle-class students are less affected by school environment one way or the other than low-income students, which makes sense that given on average they're going to have more support from home that will influence their achievement. There are lots of additional benefits for middle-class students to being in economically and racially diverse schools, and all the leading universities have long recognized that, that in fact students benefit from being around others who have different life experiences, and that can enrich the classroom. Furthermore, if you look to employers, they often support the idea of having economically and racially integrated schools, not only because there are higher achievement levels, but also because they want employees who can get along with people of all different backgrounds. The number one reason for firing people in the workforce is not that the workers were incompetent, but rather that they couldn't get along with their colleagues. And so business groups in lots of places, in North Carolina and elsewhere, have been very supportive of integration for that reason. Go to the next, please. But there is a caveat, which Dr. Conway mentioned, and that is research suggests that the benefits of being in an economically integrated environment are important for both middle class and low income kids, and you ideally don't want to go above 50% low income in a school. So numbers matter. The numerical majority kind of sets the tone in the school, and so you'd rather not go above 50% low income if you want to create a good environment for all students.
I have a question. So the math is done right in terms of when you separate, because now the math is being done on Irving having the kids from K to 5 and Bradley K to 5. So was the math done with kids from K to 2 in both schools and 3 to 5 in both schools to see if the numbers would still be the same, or would give that ideal outcome that you're looking for?
Our numbers for Derby?
Yes.
Yes, and I'll be more, I'll be more clear. In my presentation, the numbers you saw were, where they were both above 50%, were if you were to go K through 2, 3 through 5.
Okay.
So while today you have one school below that 50% and the other above, if you were to move forward as planned,
Right.
you would create 2 high poverty schools, both above 50%.